Today we're going to talk about the story of La Planchada. Somewhere in Mexico there's a hospital where this mysterious nurse works.
And everybody knows the history of the planchada. Ultra nobody knows exactly what her name was. Her nickname is very well known.
The story says she was a very dedicated nurse. Everywhere in the hospital it said she was a very kind and caring person with the patients. Somebody even say was the kindest nurse they ever met.
But something terrible happened. La planchada died in the hospital under mysterious circumstances. And how now the history is afraid to tell about is all throughout the history is sad and it's very interesting.
It's say after he dead people started saying here goes in the hospital corridors. Somebody ever says they seen her ironing clothes in the dark. Nothing is more terrifying than seeing a ghost nurse ironing at night.
But the strange thing is that some patients have reported that La Planchada has helped them with better as she were taking care of them from beyond the grave is appeared as that that were then.
Although the story of La Planchada is terrifying, it's also fascinating. Everybody should know it somewhere in the story. There's a lesson about dedication and care.
Yeah, yes, and anybody how notice can understand with this so famous nothing is more intriguing than a story of love and death.
So let's keep talking about La Planchada. Somebody told me the story is even more terrifying than it seems.
But the story of the planchada does stop them. Everybody was known is has a different opinion about what really happened.
As the story of La Planchada were a puzzle, everybody would have a different places to assemble it. Somebody shared their experience with me. A patient once says she see how the La Planchada last night. He used to stay up binge watching a horror series on his laptop. But at night, he didn't used to feel scared until he saw something strange on the screen.
What did he see?
He said the screen froze, and when it came back, there was a figure, a nurse, standing at the end of the bed. It was as if she came from a different channel, not from the series he was watching. He said it was part of the episode, but a real ghost. It was the strangest thing he had ever seen.
Wow, that's so creepy.
Yes, he told the doctors, but nobody believed him, although he was the most terrified. He also said the next morning he felt the headache he had feeling weeks, as if someone had taken care of him during the night.
That sounds just like La Planchada.
The patient said the scariest ghost he had ever seen the ghost on TV, but she was the most mysterious.
In my experience, my family member who work in medicine told me about his experience.
Seriously? What did he say?
My family member was a nurse. He used to tell to most of the news, and they all told the name story about the planchada. At 3 a.m., the planchada used to talk in the hospital. Everyone heard the footsteps and didn't look anything. Anything that was the last terrifying. Nurse who didn't job were take. But here is he asked If were some kid of punishment, she traumatized many years, and no one wanted to work the night shift.
And which hospital does your relative work at?
I don't know, but I know that somewhere in Mexico City.